Hey guys, welcome to Inner Peace with Netta. I'm Netta and welcome to my channel. And on today's video, I'm actually going to talk about purpose, and I wanted to give y'all some channel automatic writing message that I had written about a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks. It isn't specifically for the channel. I'm actually doing a creative writing project, and I was saying to myself, I was supposed to be writing for something else, and automatic writing, spirit just came through my writing like, boom, look, this is what it is right now. And I was so, I was excited for the message because obviously I needed the message, and it didn't only pertain to me. So it's being included inside of the creative project that I'm doing. But I wasn't expecting how much I wrote, but I'm only giving y'all a little piece. But I wanted to talk about purpose today because you may hear me, oh, find your purpose, whatever your purpose is. And you may hear other people. And that's what I teach and coach, especially like on my IG channel, and when I'm writing blog posts, or just when I first started coaching, but when I first started coaching, I was only coaching women. And it was a whole different situation and ball game of what I was doing because I was in a different space. But back to what I was saying. So this is what I teach. I teach people to connect with their inner essence and their core being and reestablish that relationship with themselves and to find their purpose, but first reestablish that relationship first so that you can be guided to your purpose. Now, once you're on the path, or at least you think you're on the path, right? Because we got to take steps that our intuition is leading us to in our inner guidance system and the inner wisdom. And once we take those steps, then, we get more clarity and info because we're not going to get the whole plan. Trust and believe me, we're not. So, but you don't need the whole plan to take the first step. So, I wanted to talk about purpose because a lot of people are like, yeah, I want to find my purpose. Like, what is my purpose? And what I'm learning is that the things that we've been through in life, right? What would be the opposite of that? Now, in this lifetime, I know my higher learning lessons were forgiveness, unconditional love of self and others. So let me put that third finger down. Compassion, self-respect, I said forgiveness, and owning my power, right? And self-reliance, because I had codependency issues and all that in the past. So I'm just aware of the things that I have to learn in this life, or lessons that I went through, and just what is the opposite. Y'all know the old narrative of, but in my childhood I had trauma, and so what would be the opposite of that? Like, if I had children, what would I do differently? Like, how would I show them? So this is why I do, be honest, why I do inner healing work. Of course it's for myself, but when I have children, I just want to do things differently and be conscious and aware, of what I'm doing, and making sure that I'm coming from a healed space and not a wounded space. Because when I have children and I take that action and manifest that thought and have a relationship and have that emotion and just manifest and project it out into this reality, that is my responsibility. So I want to just have a different impact on my children. And there's nothing wrong with that. And the people that, are in my life, I want to be the best version of myself for my family and my friends, of course, myself and the people I'm of service of. So you just got to think of it as, what did you go through? And what is the opposite? But then also, what is your passion? Because you may be into sports, the arts, anything. What are you into? Are you like writing? Do you like speaking? Do you like calligraphy? Maybe you want to create cards, like greeting cards or something. I don't know. You could just be any form of creative. I think that every career is creative. Chefs. You don't have to be an artist to create. People create things, from tech to things in business to coal miners, and somebody has to create a shovel and all that rest of that stuff, and mining tools. Like, we are all creative, right? So, but what is your passion, and how can you take the lessons that you are here to learn and put that into your passion and then serve it to others? Like, give them that opposite version. Like, the lessons that you're here to learn, you learned them. Now what would have been the opposite? Like I told you mine. Now how can you show that to someone else? How you can teach that to others? And that's what I've learned, like my purpose. Do I feel like it's more to it? Like when I'm connecting to my higher self and I'm seeing these angel numbers, and like they've really, really guided me. Like I know my spiritual team be like, this child is hard-headed. Like I know they're like, Netta, just follow the instructions. But it changes. It changes. I feel like it changes in different chapters of your life. And things run in cycles in this life. So when one cycle closes, you have a fresh start, you know? And I believe that your passion, your purpose can expand into other things. It's not just one thing. I think that as multi-dimensional beings, we're here to do different things. But like, yeah, in our craft, we have to hone in and build those skills. We're forever learning. But you can take that craft and go to different lanes. You don't have to just stay in that one lane. Now you may try a lane and may not like it, but at least you tried it, because there's something there that you had to learn, that you needed to get to where your main purpose or your main lane is. Okay, so maybe you needed to fulfill something there, something that you needed. Or maybe people you needed to meet. We just, I don't have all the answers. The only thing you gotta do is just ask, right? So, with that, I truly believe that's how purpose works. If I find any updates on it, I will, of course, let y'all know, but from what I'm understanding and how I am experiencing it, and from my coach, and from books that I've read, that's how it's going. Like it's just different things, different chapters of your life, and you put it together. And that's your legacy, and then that's your impact. That's your footprint. That's your mark that you left, you know? So the only thing I can tell you is try and explore different things and really understand what your passion is. And there are some people who really don't know. To be honest, I don't think anyone really don't know. And I read this in a book by Sidra Joffrey called The Awakening. And she's like, it's not that you don't know, it's you don't want to know. And that is powerful, because if you claim that you don't know, then that means like some will just, oh, I don't know, and they won't even try or do something, to try to figure out why they don't know, or to find something to know. And that, I used to say that a lot when I was younger, when I was a kid. But I used to say it because I can't even remember why. I can't right now. But I used to say that a lot. And then as I got older, I would say, you know what to do. I kind of got that from my mother. But I always had that inner knowing. And I always used to be like, you know. I don't want to run on a tangent, but we do know. We just have to look inside. And that takes effort, because you really have to follow your heart and not do what you think you should be doing. You got to follow your heart, and that takes courage. So I'm going to get into this channel message. Yeah, okay? So I was writing. I'm going to get straight to, okay, so basically I was saying I was writing, and then I flowed through automatic writing. And I was just basically talking about how we have a limitless power within us. And when we own that inner power, we embody love through action. But we also have to surrender our ego mind to be in our divine mind, our higher self. And I was saying, making a statement of, this is one of your life goals above all the goals we plan and accomplish from our personality or our ego. And so this is where automatic writing spirit came through. Like, there is nothing wrong with your personality, because that makes you unique. And I created you that way, but when you become so engulfed, as if your brothers and sisters, actually entitled, as if your brothers and sisters don't exist, then my child, you are mistaken as to what your sole purpose is at this time. You came to fulfill this purpose with passion by doing what you love. You find that by going in your heart. It may take you some time to peel back the layers and discover who you really are. You will come to realize I've always been with you, even on your darkest days. I wanted you to come home, but you forgot you had one, or you forgot that you are the key. The time is now to come home, to sit in your throne of salvation. You are worthy of this. This is what being alive is about. You're supposed to feel good and joy, and your life's challenges will be when you don't. But you own the power to shift all of that, because I am you and you are me. Okay, so I'm not going to say the rest of it. But that is the message. And we are all supposed to assist one another, our brothers and sisters. Home, for those who are giving up on their lives, you know, we can support people and be of assistance and help those who are open to it, because some people really aren't open to support or help, and when they're ready, then they'll be ready. But for those who we can support and be of service of, we can do that with with an open heart. Burping on the channel. So, you know, it's being of service. So, yeah. And we gotta release old ways of being, doing things, our beliefs, and get to work on our purpose. But this is something that we love to do. Like, I want to make sure that I'm clear on your purpose is not going to ever be something that you do not like. Ever. You would never, your soul contract, you was not born here to do something that you do not like or you don't love. Because how are you going to serve people from your heart if you don't love it? That's fake. So if you don't love it, then don't do it. And that's what I'm learning, you know, with certain things in my career and, you know, in my life. And me knowing certain things, and it's like, you gotta relearn again. You gotta relearn again. So that is the message for this video. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.